I think we can finish the Roche. So, and then halfway through it, they decide, okay, I think it's a better idea to try and kill heroes before we try to go Roche. So he jumps up, but enemy heroes respawn, they dive too deep, and they overcommit. So it's more like they weren't really on the same page at the heat of the moment. They were very hesitant. Like we talked about Vichy before, sometimes they might be having too many of a different idea. And, you know, during the heat of battle, you want to have someone just saying, okay, guys, we're just going to go back, no more arguments, and it would it would have avoided a lot of the stuff that happened after that.
Yeah, it sounds simple, but in the reality,
yeah, it's difficult.
It's really
like someone would be yelling like,
yeah.
I think we can do this, then you're like, okay, you sort of get the confidence from your team.
Even if it's false confidence sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even just the heat of the moment for that particular game. It's a big game in particular for Vichy. They need this win just to try to stay alive in the upper bracket.
Right.
So you could chalk a bit of it to nerves, but these guys are world class. You hope that they kind of are able to put those, you know, anxious feelings aside. But it is pretty apparent when you see them splitting apart, trying to come together. It's a bit of a hot mess.
There's too much indecisiveness, I feel.
Yeah, a lot of it did seem like a scramble. We'll take another look at a situation here in that game one, and maybe we'll be able to see that for Vichy Gaming.
With the rocket flying out,
I really like the itemization from the DK. He was like so tanky that you can't initiate on him. If you go on him with like the Storm or the Sinking, especially if he's solo, you're going to lose the fight. And if he gets his BKB off, like as the Storm's zipping in or as the Epi's coming out, you lost the fight. And of course they have Silencer to back him up, a very nice hook shot, but he got so many kills with that Blink Dagger and was just able to just keep them disabled for so long. Sure, they have Grave, but they can't do anything. And we said, like, oh, yeah, Gyrocopter, he gets Graved, he does his thing, but BKB Dragon Knight doesn't really care. He has so much armor, he can take the flank, he has BKB for all the magic damage.
Yeah, and so let's assume that then, even if Vichy Gaming had played that pretty well and they were on the same page altogether, do you think the way Newbie played, they still would have been able to pull out the victory? Because it seemed like Newbie was definitely on the same page. They knew what their idea was, why they picked their certain heroes.
I think it would have been a really close match, but I would have definitely favored Vichy's Gaming's lineup if the game goes late. They're on Dire. They have better late game with Storm and Gyrocopter compared to what Newbie had. It was the Dragon Knight plus the Queen of Pain. They don't scale as well. So I feel if both of the teams executed, it would be a really action-packed game. And when it goes down to the wire, Vichy's lineup would come out on top.
Okay. Then, do you think for Vichy, I mean, regardless of, again, the implications that go forward into the bracket stage, for them, still winning a game, even if you're in the lower bracket, it matters, right? Going and knowing, like, all right, we still drew against a lot of the teams. We know we can take them if it's in, or just